The Elk Lodge podcast is brought to you by Hexa Coffee. Go to hexacoffee.com and check out using promo code ELK for 10% off of your purchase.
Real playful, like
What's
kids.
the main plot? Is it the car or is it the stealing of the kids?
I don't know. That's the question. It's been so long since I saw it.
Need some slack.
Oh, let me slack you up.
Cut me some slack, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
How's that? You slacked?
Think
What episode is
slacking
this?
off.
86, maybe 85.
Wow.
We're going. We're on the road. On the road to 100.
We should probably do a party for the 100th.
Yeah.
With
You
like
know.
a bunch of guests.
That would be so cool. As many guests as we can cram into this house.
I'll just throw it and just have it on rotation, like a almost like speed dating. You know, like there's a timer,
Oh,
like 5
that'd be
minutes, and then it's
fun.
like ding.
What have you been up
rotate
to?
out.
But you guys aren't always the host. Like it's like
Oh, we rotate out too.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
Whoa.
You interested in hosting for a while?
Oh yeah.
Great.
Dude, you'd be the best host.
Steve actually said he would come do our 100th episode.
Oh, okay.
How
So
about
100.
That's
A man named Steve.
cute.
Just a man.
You can figure it out from there. Yeah, he
You
said
might
he'll do
have
it.
a
It's like,
guess.
I know he's the busiest guy, so I'm sure we'll go to him.
Yeah. Do it in his thing. What if he did it in the car?
We could. Like I like the format of. How's everybody's audio, by the way?
I could hear.
I'm quiet, but I don't.
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
kind of nice.
Good.
I could hear pretty well.
Great.
Oh,
I like the branding of the camera setup. I would kind of want to mimic like the 3 camera setup.
you want to bring him into this world, which is
This
cool.
world, but I'll do it in his world. So like,
Okay.
find a table. Maybe Lux would do it with us. Anyway,
Yeah, dude, that's the get.
That would be awesome.
Hey, cheers, guys! Welcome back.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween too.
Happy
it is Halloween,
Halloween.
today.
Happy Halloween.
So,
Happy Halloween.
are you big Halloween celebrators?
I mean, I like horror, but like I don't think that
I don't like dressing up.
you liked dressing up last year because he was the professional and like
Yeah,
I like dressing
you looked
up.
good.
Because you-
Thank you. I like dressing up nice. I don't like dressing in costumes and stuff.
I don't either. I like. She called me like a Halloween Grinch. Like I don't.
Scrooge.
Scrooge.
Screwed.
Scrooge,
But like you're
actually.
just as the Wii Spa customer.
Right. I'm dressed as a guy.
You
at a
was the
spa.
Wii Spa.
I
That's a
say
Wii
this
Spa,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you in the fact that it is annoying when I kind of resent like needing to dress up to go to a party this time of year or something like that. You know, like I don't want to be told if I'm feeling it and I want to dress up. That's fun. But I also could do that really any
Yeah.
day if I wanted.
But what if you go
And
to
never
like
do.
a party that's like a theme party? Like it's like, hey, we're in this like vintage area, like a Italian 1970s disco.
That's cool.
I appreciate a prompt.
Okay.
I do.
I like a prompt. I got to be able to dress like that. I feel good in what I'm wearing. You know, like
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel like me dressed as like a minion for the night.
No, or Sesame Street fucking party. No, I don't want
right.
to do that.
I don't want to do that. But
No,
if
no.
it's like go to a thrift store, find like the coolest kind of 70s looking outfit. I'd find something that like feels right to me. But yeah,
Yeah.
but
and
you
maybe
wouldn't
I don't
show
know.
up like this.
I wouldn't show up like this.
Right? Because then you'd ruin all the pictures, right? Like, I mean, you ruin
Yeah.
the pictures.
You want to dress up for? I want to go to a party where I have to dress up, not a slob party.
Not a
You like
minions
fancy-
party.
I like. Yeah, I'm not trying to go to a fucking Minion party dressed, but it's like Steve Carell. Yeah,
Me candy for Halloween. Yeah, I like well, like
oh, are these candy? These are candies?
those are no, that's not
yeah.
candy.
What the fuck?
No, TK, no.
What the? Come on. This
You
is
can
candy?
eat these teeth. That
That's-
is candy.
Can you really eat the teeth?
Well,
wax.
you can technically eat a lot of things.
You can't eat those
The
teeth.
teeth
They're
are
not
not free.
Edible, but I bet you could eat them
But
if you
that-
had
yeah.
to.
I think they're
If you had
soap,
to.
but I forget.
Oh yeah,
Maybe I think soap. Yeah.
somebody got their mouth washed off with a lot of stuff.
I
Got their mouth
forget.
washed out. Okay, I think what I used to do for Halloween is like I would just dress ridiculous. So like I'm not ruining the pictures. I still like just I'm wearing like a colorful shirt, but it's like I'm not anything particular.
And that was out of laziness.
Yeah, or like resentment for the whole like
Or
I don't want to be a
creative,
minimum.
bro. Maybe you're creative.
Yeah, I guess
The
so. But then
fuck
people
kind
be
of
like,
candy is this, bro?
That chocolate was hauled back from Mexico City over the weekend.
Oh, okay.
When you say
Damn.
hauled back,
I smuggled it
in your-
rectally.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Bon appetit.
Yeah, right in there.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit, you may eat. No,
Yeah.
okay. It's interesting though. The restaurant was called Carmela y Sal. I feel like they missed an opportunity to add caramel and salt to their chocolate, but
There's neither.
I know it's like a dry, pure
Pure
dark.
chocolate.
Isn't that supposed to like? Don't
I
they-
like it,
mean,
but-
the
It's like a
little piece-
sandy chocolate.
It is sandy. It's got some grit to
It
it.
has some sand in it.
Isn't that supposed to like? Isn't there like a cocoa?
You gotta taste that. It is
Cacao?
like you taste it. You
Cacao.
taste chocolate, but then there's it hits you with the sand.
There's
after.
some grit. You do have
Like
to
you're
chisel
on the-
your way out.
Like you're on the beaches of Mexico.
Exactly.
They make it on the beach.
Yeah.
They roll it on the beach.
Yeah, they roll
drag
it up.
through.
Let me try a bite of that. I didn't try any.
It's fucking.
Get your grit.
I'd rather eat the eyeball.
There's a real modern day chocolate over here.
See, I'm not a Reese's fucking guy. I don't
Oh.
like peanut butter and chocolate. Newsflash.
Ooh,
Really?
unpopular opinion.
I
You're
don't know
gonna start
why.
us off like this.
Peanut butter and chocolate. Why is that a thing?
It just works.
So good.
It's just
Do you like peanut butter in
Buttery.
general? In general? In general?
I do like peanut butter in general. I like chocolate-ish.
mm.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like them together.
Okay. That's
I
fine.
like this a little much.
That's good. That's
How-
fine.
I'm sorry, the bug.
The little guy just.
That bug loves
little
Reese's.
bug
He's a
loves
big
you.
fan.
And it's just
I killed him.
Oh, did you squish him?
I think I did.
Got him out
We
of
got
there.
roll tape. Look, I
I
did this.
all of a sudden
roll
at
the
work
tape.
today, I just one time just go and like killed a mosquito and it felt.
Did you ever do that and you have blood on your hands?
Oh, yeah.
And then you realize that's not your blood.
Yeah.
Some
That's
other
really
human.
pretty
Some
creepy.
other human's blood. Just
Can,
gross.
on
can
your
mosquitoes, you know what I'm about to ask you, give you AIDS?
For sure.
I think
That's
No, I don't know.
crazy.
I don't know. I said, I mean,
If they
why would they not? But then some mosquitoes have AIDS, you know, like,
if they take AIDS from a person with a lifestyle and then
with a lifestyle.
You know what I mean.
Wait, if I turn this up,
With
do your
the
guys' headphones
lifestyle.
go up? Did your headphones
no.
just go up?
Wow, you didn't
no?
even finish
Okay.
it.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't want it. If yeah, I mean, I would think that mosquitoes
If
can
they
carry
go
AIDS
from
because they
there-
carry like malaria. They carry all sorts of diseases.
Yeah.
How? I mean,
Hear me out. So, dengue fever is now in Pasadena. It's like the first case the first confirmed case in the U.S. of somebody that hasn't traveled, or of Pasadena that hasn't traveled, like outside any of the U.S.
So how
And
they
so they
getting
talked
dengue
about
fever?
maybe it could have bit somebody with dengue fever and then given it to them.
what,
So
Oh,
maybe AIDS is
mosquitoes.
Next.
maybe
AIDS is
HIV
next.
or at least HIV. I would think.
Well, when
Yeah, I
the
don't. I
AIDS,
think it doesn't go straight to AIDS.
Yeah, it's not straight. Like you
AIDS
have to
co-
get the HIV virus first, and then it would develop
turns into AIDS.
AIDS.
And
it's like
yeah.
a Pokemon kind of, but you evolve.
it
into
evolves. But
does
what if the
evolve.
mosquito kind of like it evolves within the mosquito, and the mosquito's just shooting AIDS?
Yes, that's a good question.
You know, someday
Can mosquitoes?
I don't think
can they shoot AIDS?
mosquitoes live that long.
AIDS.
They don't live long enough to
Long
for it
Their
enough
to
to
be
have
AIDS.
lifespan
AIDS?
is too short. They die like, I mean,
24
how
hours
quick?
or something like
Flies
that.
are like
They do.
almost
They are
instant.
long. They are alive a lot longer than 24 hours.
You think?
These motherfuckers
But
mess with me
still,
all the
relatively
time.
short lives.
There are new ones every time.
Are you marking them? There's like
We closed the window. We closed the window, and we closed the window for longer than 24 hours, and
And
I'm
they
getting
still-
bit. So
Okay.
I think they live.
They're
a
surviving.
longer-
Longer than flies, but not as long as, a turtle.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, not as long as Magic
Not as
Johnson.
long as a turtle.
Yeah, I mean, I
Exactly.
wonder what diseases like we have that just we die before they would kill us anyway. You know, like because like the mosquitoes, the AIDS epidemic, they didn't even notice because they don't live long enough for something to kill them like that.
Yeah.
You know, they die sooner. So, is there a disease that we have that would kill you? Like, if we lived to 200, it'd be like, dude, he got like Brisannas. He died at 150
Brisannas.
years old.
Yeah.
But we don't live long enough for Brisannas to
Yeah,
hurt
to
us.
get us. Yeah.
Damn.
In the future, there'll be like new diseases, man,
Yeah.
we discover that we always
Because-
had
Because we live long.
because we live longer.
Whoa, that
Takes
actually
time.
could be a pretty good little apocalyptic story right there.
Yeah, you can put it in your
And you'll
next
call
movie.
it Frazana.
Like somebody's
Brazanas, yeah. Brazanas.
somebody's
It's a whole-
115 years old, and it's just like they just like, oh my gosh, my arm's like,
Yeah. And the arm just like has a life of its own, and it's like Brazanas, and it starts like biting
It talks
people.
to you. Yeah, it says it.
Brazanas. And it's like, oh no, like we weren't supposed to live this long.
Yeah.
you know.
Never
This is what
supposed
the
to see
Egyptians
it.
were talking about. With this.
They were trying to warn us this whole time.
damn.
Like,
We didn't listen.
we didn't listen.
Yeah.
We're too greedy. We just want to live forever.
That makes sense.
Brazanas be damned.
Give me 80. Give me 80 years.
You want 80?
85.
You don't want 100? You want that triple
90.
ditch?
90? Wait, this is you and me. Like we're negotiating, right? 90.
Okay. I'll
93.
90, 97.
97. You got the deal.
97.
97.
Right, we're living until 97 years old.
Awesome. I'm
Brazanas for
definitely
us.
getting to 100. So
Yeah?
Oh,
I believe
yeah.
it. You sleep good.
I
You're a
do.
good sleeper.
That's right.
Do you eat well?
sometimes most of the time do have a little dangerous liking of Taco Bell, but that's you know,
okay.
It's pretty good. It's not. You know those wrappers that wrap the food? It has forever chemicals. You don't want them. You don't want it. You don't want any of it. But sometimes
And
I get
forever
it.
chemicals is in the dictionary.
It
now,
is.
as we learned.
As we learned,
It's a new
now
term.
in there.
Yeah.
There's this lady who's on TikTok. She does like NPR readings in the future. She's a radio DJ, and she'll be like, "That was Shaggy with," and like does this like buttery voice, and just points out the ridiculousness of like, or my rizzle, my fizzle, which we've since lost meaning for, and like just all these
yeah.
funny things where she just is so mocking all the made up words we have.
Was she the one you told me like a thing where like this was funny, like in the future, you know how languages kind of get like lost context and stuff, like they won't know the difference between a butt dial and a booty call, you know, like it's going to be hard to tell like are those different things or are those the same thing? You told me that, right? Is this from the same lady?
No, actually, but
That's a funny idea
this
though.
lady, I did a bad impression, but I think
I was with you right there. It sounded
good.
like
It was
her.
good.
it's just give me some old songs. Give me a radio voice mocking some current ridiculous song. Ready, go.
That was Smack My Bitch Up by Limp Bizkit. Is it Limp Bizkit?
Or
That
I think
was
it's
good.
Nah, not pancreas. What's the Incubus or Scuba
That
Stank?
was Scuba Stank. Thank you for listening to NPR 2058. Hope you're keeping cool out there. It is hot. That was Smack My Bitch Up by Scuba Stank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
No
great.
diggity.
You got one?
No doubt.
we're there.
Yeah.
We're there
We're in
already.
it.
Fucking K Earth 101 is doing that shit, man. They're already playing
Right, like the oldies.
the 90s.
Yeah.
The oldies. The 90s are the oldies now.
Yeah.
We've been
True.
watching
The 90s were our 70s. Our
Yes.
70s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like what the 70s was to us in the 90s, that's what the 90s
Like
are now.
Nirvana
And then
is
some.
considered like fucking the Rolling Stones now.
Mhm. It's crazy.
Wild.
Classics. They're the classics.
It's the classics.
Whoa.
We were watching the Bad Girls Club, and to go down that road of like, oh, that's like we're okay to say that back then is crazy.
Like they say everything.
Everything's on the table.
This one girl was telling a story about how she like fought a handicapped person and like just like and was like so proud. She was on the table, like yeah, and then I jumped on him and like I rolled
Squished
him
his
away,
balls?
squished his balls and rolled him away.
And he's
Oh my
like, he tried to
gosh.
roll up, and then they all started laughing. Like it's
And when she's talking about him, she's like calling him the F word and the R word,
Mm.
Wow.
like, and no one's saying like, is this really?
It's
free.
jarring when you go back and you watch a show you used to like, and then you hear this stuff in it, and you're like, oh no, I've recommended this to people.
And you don't have to go back that far
No.
either.
no, this is early 2000s.
Yeah.
This is which I think is one of the worst decades for like art, fashion, music.
Like the worst, is it the decade or is it the 5 years? Is it 2001 to 2010 or is it like 2003 to 2008?
I don't know. I'm not
What?
that specific. Yeah, like
The early 2000s?
Trying to think.
I
Early
feel
two-
like all the 2000s.
early 2000s is
Like the 9/11
pretty
ruined
bad.
everything.
It kind of put a damper on things, that's for sure.
Okay.
But like, think about like the fashion, right? Metallic eye makeup.
Mhm.
We would wear like scarves as shirts.
Baggy cargo pants,
Baggy,
and
like
Right. It's
Or
like
like
Good Charlotte is on the
juicy
radio.
couture.
You know?
yeah, like
jumpsuits,
what great-
velour.
I mean, like when you think of all the other decades and the movies and the art and the like fashion that came out of it, you're like, oh, there's some good stuff there. 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s. Even now, there's like some fun stuff, but like
Nothing good came out of that.
I didn't say nothing. I mean, there's got to be
Nothing good.
some,
Yeah.
but like not a lot. Not
80s,
a
you
lot.
had 80s, you had good movies. 90s, you have more good movies.
90s, you had great movies.
Yeah.
90s is when movies like, that was like Jurassic
Dude,
Park, Pulp
93,
Fiction.
93,
What's that? Who came out in 93?
Jurassic Park.
Oh.
I think Pulp Fiction as well.
I thought that was 94 or something.
Pulp Fiction might have came out in 94.
Lion King dropped that year.
Let's go.
You know?
Oh,
We were so lucky.
Did Finding Nemo come out in those early 2000s?
yeah.
might have come through.
That's
Pixar
true.
come.
Pixar
Pixar's
had a moment.
I'm not
Boy.
saying everything's wrong. I'm just saying that it wasn't a
I
lot.
feel you could collectively, it wasn't your favorite. I feel strongly about the 80s. Like, I know I hated the fashion of the 80s.
What?
Personally,
I
And the
hate
music.
it.
She hates the music too.
and a lot of the music. I love. David Bowie. I get some of it, but it's not my.
I understand
It never
the
has
fashion.
been.
I understand the fashion. The music, though, I felt like the 80s was like the perfect mashup
Oh,
of
so good.
we still use instruments, but now we can use technology a little bit. And that was like we're still like actually putting
More like
that-
we can try to use technology. Am I right?
Yeah, they hadn't quite mastered it also.
Hadn't
you know,
quite
like,
nailed
Like what?
it. I don't even know. Who do I want to talk
sledgehammer.
shit about?
yeah, that's not her style. She's
I hate
not.
yacht rock.
She hates yacht
I'm
rock.
in the 80s and
Hall and
90s.
Oates?
Hall and Oates. No, they're not so bad. But like Michael McDonald, some of that bullshit, I just don't want to listen. It's like too
It's not her decade.
something for me.
Chicago. Tonight
But like,
it's
what about
very
like
clear.
The Cure?
It's too. It feels like phony to me.
Like, do you put the Karate Kid into that with it? Is it like because most of the songs were in movies and like why?
Why? I don't know.
Wait,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
part
It
of
was
the-
commercialized.
What part
I
of
will
the
give you that.
80s
It was.
fashion was like no fun.
The frilliness. I don't like the frilliness. I don't
it's
like.
so ridiculous.
It's
I
tacky.
know.
It is
It
tacky.
felt tacky.
The 80s
the
are
big
tacky.
hair.
It's beautiful.
I didn't like it.
In this
I
most
don't know.
beautiful way. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I could see why it'd be fun. I just never.
It's a costume.
Love it for you.
I
Yeah.
love it for you.
It is
I mean,
costuming.
It's a costume. 80s
No,
is a costume
but
more
that
so than
is
any
true.
other decade, I'd say.
It was
I
sort of people
agree.
dressing like trying to guess how they would dress like way in the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
And like
yeah,
trying
it
to
was
do
like
it.
they're like trying on a new look of the whole 80s, and I just
It's fair.
I don't know.
But you had to like reject, you
Yeah,
know, because
just-
like the
I don't know.
60s, the 70s, it's like, okay, we get it. Like now we
Women-
got to go like,
I like the
far the other
Jane
way.
Fonda of the 80s, like the workout gear. That was
That's
fun.
like the tackiest
That-
shit of it all.
that
No,
was
it's
fun.
fun. With
That
the-
is
just
fun.
pants with the
I'll
thing
let
going
it.
up.
I'll let it stand.
I hate shoulder pads. Women
I
with
wear shoulder pads now, so
Why?
I mean sometimes they're in my blazers from the 80s. I don't know.
Does it
Plus,
make you
sometimes
feel
you got to
powerful?
drop a shoulder and check somebody,
Yeah,
you know?
true.
Also, just in case like you're in an accident or something. No, I used to joke too that like the 80s, like nothing good came out of the 80s. But no, some
A lot
good
of great
stuff.
people,
A lot of great,
great
stuff
things.
came out of the 80s.
Give me some more music though. I'll let you know
Like-
if I think it's a
Like
piece
The
of shit.
Cure.
The Cure. I don't even think I know The Cure very well.
Okay, well, that's
See?
why. This is why we figured out the
This is
problem.
Where
why.
we got to
was
the
the
root of it.
Clash like popping off in the 80s or is that like late 70s?
I think, yeah,
A
the
little
Clash.
bit of
Clash
both.
is like the 80s a
Blondie
little
was
bit.
like late 70s, 80s, right?
It was
Blondie
all the 70s having like a little rebirth in the 80s. Like they all like, they got a little bit more electronic and they started messing with it and it was dope as fuck.
It was a great contribution.
Maybe we need to just like Clockwork Orange you with like.
It's just watching like Toto music
Yeah,
videos.
like, yeah,
like-
just-
You know what? I'd like it. I'd
What's
like
your
to
favorite
see what
decade then?
Ever or
For
since-
music, for music.
For music.
Hmm.
Wow, that's tricky.
Mine is the 80s, by the way.
so watch
So
yourself.
watch yourself.
So what you
right
say
now.
next?
This is fighting
mean,
words.
That's funny. Man. It's changed a lot, but I would honestly have to go like the early 2000s.
Get out of here!
I knew it. I
Flip
knew
of this
it.
table.
Yeah, it's like the yes, the Strokes, Interpol.
See, that's the
I love
That's the early
yeah.
2000s.
Okay.
It's
That's
clicking
right.
for me
You're
now.
finding
Modest
the
Mouse.
outliers.
Modest
Yeah.
Mouse was I loved
finding-
them. I loved like the Chili Peppers were making music still at that point. Like I don't know, there was a lot of good stuff
Like the
that I fell in love
The
with.
top 100 is
Yes.
garbage, but I guess you can find some beautiful little nuggets.
There's some
Yes.
nuggets, but I'm saying like as a whole.
Yeah,
Well, it's
Right?
that pop.
Like-
It's that mainstream stuff that
Was
like
so
wasn't great.
bad.
Yeah. The like top of the charts. I mean, I don't
But
know.
I was
My
also,
Humps
like-
is kind of not so bad though, is it?
It is
like, you ever heard
catchy.
it?
It's
you heard
fun.
it recently?
You know?
My lovely lady lumps.
Yeah,
Check it
that's
out.
the
Check
one.
them out. Yeah.
Check it out.
How about
Check
the
them out.
other song they had that was "Let's Get"?
Let's get retarded.
oh
Let's get
god,
retarded.
yeah.
Yeah. Like radio hit.
So wild
Radio
too
Hitch.
that they had that, and then like, what was their like beautiful song? It's like so hauntingly or so opposite.
I
What
was like,
beautiful song did the
That
Black
You
Eyed
cry,
Peas
man,
have?
people
Yeah.
die, and
It
you
was like
turn
in
the
the
other
end, you know, it was
Father,
deep. At
Father,
the time, I
Father.
remember thinking like, this shit is hard.
Where is
They're
the
really
love?
thinking. They're really
Yeah.
great thinkers.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the world, mama?
Did you ever watch Fergie on Kids Incorporated?
Wait.
Yes.
No, on what?
No, but
Kids
I've been.
Incorporated?
Like when she was young?
yeah, like she was on this thing called Kids Incorporated.
Okay, what is that?
And it's like almost like the Mickey Mouse Club,
Okay.
but like
But with hot chicks.
but nice. No,
with older hot
yeah.
chicks. Yes, it was.
And they had like a song like KIDSO.
Oh my
Looks
And there was, like, a
we
redhead girl.
made it.
that was voluptuous.
Have you ever seen Fergie on like the morning show or Today Show? Something performing in New York.
She does her flips.
She does her flips. She's just out there flipping
She's
backwards
the best
while
live
singing.
performer.
Amazing.
Jennifer Love Hewitt was on Kids Incorporated as well.
Ooh.
Oh.
Case in point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
case in point.
Hotties.
Hotties. There was only hotties.
Bodacious hotties.
I love that.
Man,
So-
back then, ooh, I woulda. And I could. I woulda and I coulda because I was like 12.
Right.
You could do whatever you want when you're 12.
When you were 12,
Right.
yeah. That's,
so it's
that's
like
the
creepy to
rule.
look at a 13-year-old picture of Jennifer Love Hewitt, be like, wow, that is hot. But it's not creepy to say like when I was 12. that
If
was
you're
hot.
looking up, you could say it's hot.
Right. But if you're looking back
If you're 40 and,
And
you're
then
looking
looking up.
back at 12
and then
year
looking up from 12,
Not okay.
That's
It's
when
tough.
you want to shut it down.
That's
Yeah.
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 So,
All right.
well, it's
Speaking-
funny though, like it's hard to like those early 2000s decade. It's almost like hasn't had time to be defined yet exactly, you know, like plus it being like, cause like the 90s, like 90 to two, but like early 2000s, like we don't even call that decade something collectively.
I mean,
it's hard to wrap.
I can
wrap
wrap
your head
like,
around
the
it.
Metallic makeup. You wore those like low ride jeans that had the really ugly things on the pocket that made your like butt look like it was saggy, and then you'd have your like a thong sticking out,
Yes.
right? And then you had the like handkerchief shirt that you just tied in the
picturing
back
it,
for no
little
reason.
triangle
Yeah,
top.
and then the hair had big chunky
The
layers.
dye was terrible. That
Yeah,
was so
like big
terrible.
chunk. There's like mix that, but like no, it's just boom, or like just like streaks of pink in the hair, metallic, which just already makes you look weird, and like metallic makeup with like black liner.
Yeah.
It's just I'm
There
going
was-
over just the fashion right
They
now.
weren't all
but like,
wins, that's for sure.
we used to like
I feel like bandanas
buy
were
our
around.
yeah. Well, you'd use a bandana as a shirt,
Yeah.
and then you'd like wear a jean, but you would cut the side, and then you would put fur to make it look like big bell bottoms. Like it was ugly. It was
I like
What
the
were
bell
the
bottoms
dudes wearing?
any decade.
Nothing.
We were just wearing
Nothing.
the same stuff.
nothing.
We were just wearing like button-up shirts, like
Like flannel? No, that was 90s.
flannel. I guess was 90s. I'm more picturing like a striped shirt, like a polo almost.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, like guys would
Frost their tips.
well, they would frost their tips, but they'd also like put gel in it and just
Oh,
kind
yep.
of circle it, and they would just like spiky stick out. It was just ugly,
Over
you
here,
guys. It was
Brontosaurus Rex over here.
so gross.
I know
I don't
why.
know.
You know why 2000 was messed up? Because we didn't think we were going to make it to 2000. I think everybody gave up.
Yeah.
I think everybody's like, the millennium's coming up and we are done.
You said the
And so-
Wilma.
Yes, the millennium. I still
Yes.
call it that. And not because of what he's going through. But like, I honestly think that we didn't even think we were going to be around. So everybody's like, what do we do?
Really let
Right.
ourselves
Everybody's
go.
like, we're not going to make all this great art. Like, we're not even going to be here. What's the point?
Yeah.
People kind of mentally took a break creatively.
Great.
For real.
It's
So then why do we have such great art now?
Okay, here's my theory. All right, might get a little nerdy. Okay, if you look at art and you look at the 60s and 70s, the 60s and 70s were kind of like the Greeks, right? Where they're like experimenting, but they're also trying to change your mind and they're really digging into the psyche and this and that, right? 60s and 70s. Then
Beautiful times.
Beautiful times. Great work coming out of it. Then the 80s comes around and the 80s are kind of like 80s and 90s are kind of Roman times, which is like where it's just art for art, like entertainment's sake, right? Where they're having like big giant like battles and you know things like that, like gladiator style, but it wasn't for art purposes. They were like taking from the Greeks, but at the same time they were just like consuming art for art's sake. And then you get to the Dark Ages, which is I think the early 2000s, okay? I think the early 2000s are the Dark Ages where things get a little like bleh. And then after the Dark Ages comes the Renaissance. And maybe we're like getting close to the Renaissance and this, new awakening of ideas and art. I don't know. That's just my theory.
I like it.
I know that
Beyonce certainly went through it.
Beyonce.
What do they call it? The
Went there.
Renaissance?
Do they?
The
Surely that's why I made that joke.
No,
I know it
Beyonce
in
has a
somewhere.
Renaissance called a Bayessance or something like
Yeah.
that. I also think we're at like what you're talking about because we're done with like superhero movies now. And I think which is also like an explosion of just entertainment for entertainment's sake. I think we're about to have like a lot of good art.
Yeah.
Like almost like we were talking about with Pulp Fiction earlier. Like coming out of the 80s, how that was just like popcorn, big hit movies. I think we're about to have like a bunch of an independent run coming up, like a big independent run.
Well,
Yeah, I think you're right.
I feel like we've got two leads right over here.
Yeah, what a great segue.
Man, seriously, it's happening.
Let's go.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very
you
good.
guys, that was so cool watching your movie in the theater.
Yeah, after talking about it
Amazing.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
watching you guys walk the red carpet was another
Watching
joy
her.
of mine.
She's a killer.
You were
You were a
cracking us
killer.
up, dude.
I was just
I was trying to film you, but there was like people blocking it. But it was
your
like
confidence and charisma, the Riz, if you will.
The Riz.
There was
Riz.
Riz just bursting out of you.
Hey, yo. Hey, I'm a social media influencer.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so to catch people up, last time you were on the show, you talked about a story that a friend of yours told where they went to this spooky place, Black Rock, which we can get
Black
into.
Star.
Black Star, thank
Yeah.
you. Sorry.
Mhm.
Black Star. And you told the story of like, they went there and it was really creepy. So they were leaving. Then this cop pulled them over and he was super creepy. It freaked them out. So they drove away. Some other cop pulled them over. And then they're like, this other cop just pulled us over. And he's like, there's no cops here.
Yeah.
And so it was like super spooky shit. And you were talking about, we want to make it into a film. And then we went to see that short film.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But yeah,
Did we
yeah.
not make it last time?
I don't think you
we
had made
we
it.
hadn't made it yet.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wild. So that was even within a year. So you guys have been busy.
Yeah. Yeah, and we shot it in 12 hours.
That's right, 12 hours. So,
Yeah.
and you actually went there.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We
Have you been there?
I haven't been there because I shouldn't go.
Why not?
Because I just have like this weird draw to like supernatural things. I know that might sound weird. It's Halloween. But yeah, so it's just for me, sometimes it's just better if I stay away.
Let's stay away. Don't open that door.
But this was like my friend, like one of the actors on there who actually is the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is
No kidding.
he's the one that plays the cop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's like, I have 5 acres. And it was really nice the way everything came together because it was just like me making phone calls going, hey, you want to be in this? And like my first friend was like, who's been in all these shows like The Fear of the Walking Dead and Roswell and all this stuff. And she was like, yeah, I'll match you 50-50 on whatever you do. Like whatever you put in, I'll match you 50-50. And then I called Jason, the Sonic the Hedgehog guy, and he was like, I have 5 acres. And I'm like, I'm looking for an old car. I have an old car. You know, just everybody was just
Nice.
adding in. So like
Yeah.
we were able to do it like for nothing,
Nice.
basically.
And all just
Yeah.
kind of clicked.
It all just clicked. Yeah. And it's really just, it's a kind of a standalone, but really it's a cold open to a bigger project, you know, which would be amazing to work on. Cause there's so many good stories from Black Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the Q&A after too. You made me feel like was more. I wanted more. I wanted even more.
Even more
Examples of the
questions
madness.
answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's really going on?
Yeah, like you talked about like this could be a series, or like it should be. It will be a series where each season is like a different, you know, because over multiple eras, creepy shit has happened in this one place, and so it's like different time period. Maybe like same actors or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Did you say something like that?
Yeah.
Which I love that idea. I think that's great. But yeah, so would there be some like answers, you know, or is it just creepy shit? You know, like, is there a why that is?
I mean,
the way it is.
I think I think that you would have to like eventually, like, because nobody wants to just be like all up and
right, like Lost.
Yeah, because like, you know, in that one that you saw, it's like I left it open for like, who is this cop? Like, and as that season would go by, you would find out, like, is he supernatural? Is he real? Is he, you know, a human? Is he not? Like, all those things, and the idea that, you know, once you go to Black Star, your soul is always connected and pulled to Black Star, so you're almost like always reincarnated to be back there, like this like vortex of like evil. And you know,
I like it. I feel
I
like
like it too.
like third season is like way far back in time, you know, like maybe like what began it, or some kind of like
the deepest evil.
Yeah, it's like 2000 years ago, like what was going on there.
There was a movie called Them. Was it Them that did that?
Yeah. Wait. Oh, yes.
Did what?
Them. Oh man. So Them is on Amazon, and it takes place like in LA, about how they treated the Black people in Compton. But then at one point it goes back in time. But like my favorite part is towards the end, there's a moment that happens that I won't give away, that something happens, and Thomas and I, watching it, both jumped up at the same time, and we're both yelling at the TV, like not even to each other, like we're both yelling, and we're both saying opposite things. Like we're both...
Because his character made a choice to do
and
something. And I thought it was a terrible choice. And she was so excited that he did.
No, he didn't. Like, we were just, he didn't make the choice yet.
Okay, but he's contemplating it, and you guys are asking him to do opposite things.
It gets you so like riled up. And so like I mean, it's not even we're acting off of each other. Like we both felt that like at the same moment.
I was saying, don't you fucking do it.
And
don't
I'm like,
fucking do it.
Shoot that bitch.
It really was like, please don't. Because it was like it's not a movie. It's like a fucking 10-hour.
Like series.
It's like a series. So like I'm invested in this character.
Sure.
And I'm like, please don't do this.
And you can't binge it.
Bro, don't do this.
Yeah. You can't binge it because it's like, it makes you so upset because you're like, I can't do anything. I can't help.
Sick.
This already happened.
It's a good
you
one.
know, like, yeah, it's, and it, you know,
very
it's,
powerful.
dark, but like, yeah, but weird. Like that was our response. It was just like, but it does go back in time. And
it shows you where the source of evil comes from.
Yeah.
That is a cool approach to an origin story.
Yeah.
I like it.
The darkest,
it's
deepest
cool
evil.
that it got you to get anybody to stand up and yell at a TV takes a lot, but to have two people yelling opposite things too, like,
Same time.
it's incredible.
Because we both had such different feelings about it, you know, like when we're in there.
Yeah. That's like a perfect story. If like, because a story, yeah, we were like, a story should be like an argument, like a discussion, like a debate.
Mm-hmm.
Like a good story should be a debate. Like, should this person do this? You think yes, you think no.
Sure.
And at that moment, that story, I thought it was perfect storytelling because it was so presented to us in a way that we both could grab on to each ends of it, and they didn't like hold our hands through it to say like, you should feel
this way.
you should feel like you hate this person, or you should feel like he should do this, because they didn't. They just gave it to us, and they still got that fucking reaction.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because it's like usually like in art, there's like this cathartic moment where you feel like all your feelings are purged and this and that. But in this, I wanted my feelings purged because I was so upset and so angry at what was going on. And then he was like, oh, is it worth it? Like, you know, so we're both feeling too.
Like I was like, you're almost out of it, bro. Like just a little bit longer, just get out of this.
And I'm just like, get it.
It's hard to be as vague as we are talking about it.
It's okay.
I'm kind of vague about it because I also like don't remember exactly.
Oh, I remember. Like I
kind of do too.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you think it was like a man and woman thing? Like, do you think I would probably feel like TK? Like, does it even set it up that way, or just like?
I think
why were you guys so split on it?
I think it's a father thing.
He was thinking of
I was thinking him having
like, you're safe, get out.
father
you're safe.
side.
Go just be with your family. That
And I was
Yeah.
thinking,
And she's like-
revenge.
revenge. That's exactly what it was.
Get it.
Okay.
I was like, you got responsibilities, motherfucker. Just get out. Just stop whatever you're doing.
Right, you're out.
And she's like, no, fucking burn this motherfucker.
Green light. Green light.
Burn it to the ground.
Wow.
It was, but it was just fun to see that we weren't responding off to each other. It was just a natural response.
After the episode, we said this too. We're just like, holy shit. We were just like, because we like shook it off. We're like, we were just. And every episode in that like, this is like a fucking plug for them. Every episode, you're like, oh, it's like you got to shake it off. That's why we couldn't binge it.
You can't binge it. Yeah. Like you almost have to like settle down for a minute because you're like so like,
Wow. Would you watch it at night? It's like hard to fall asleep.
No, we watched it during the day.
yeah,
good.
it's not even like it's that it's super scary. Like, I mean, it is like a little bit horror, but it's just so irritating.
It's irritating.
And so like,
I mean, you
you get so angry.
It's what black people had to deal with
yeah.
in that time. Like, it's just like really bad to people.
And
Right.
like, and you feel helpless because you can't do anything and you can't change anything. And you're like, no, but this really happened. Like, what's, not the horror part of it, but like the other historical side of it. You're like, this happened.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, wow.
treated people like this. And that part is really hard. But like, yeah, I wanted that bad.
Yeah, I think good storytelling is almost like a good like chess game, where you get to this moment where it's like, okay, at this point, if I move there, like it's like a bunch of people like pointing guns at each other, and it's like I could move there, but then he's gonna kill me, but then I could kill him, then he could kill that, or I could go this way. It's like it's kind of like gets locked in this like
not an
point where
easy
someone
answer.
has to make like a hard decision.
Yes.
Like you lock someone in a really hard decision. Like that's really good storytelling.
You make the audience kind of invest in what's going on or feel like for like Black Star when I was doing it, my feeling was like storytelling. I wanted the audience to feel the way they felt in the series, where it's like you're also just as confused as they are trying to figure it out and put it together. And so it's like, how do you put the audience in the place of the people on screen? Or just get so invested that you jump up and yell at the screen or whatever. But yeah, there's like a bit of confusion in it, which I guess is the theater background for me, I guess.
Yeah.
It sounds amazingly well done. I love that it's not like leading you to someplace obvious too. That space that it allows you to get to a different place is a sign of them doing a good job.
But it didn't do well. That's what's crazy. Like it didn't really, not a lot of people talked about it or liked it or whatever, but
What, your
seems
film?
heavy.
no,
Them.
them, yeah.
Oh, the show them.
Yeah.
Well,
this one, yeah. I don't know how people, you never know how
People loved it.
they loved it. They freaked
People are
out.
losing
Is
their
there a
shit.
place you can watch Black Star right now online?
Not
yet.
yet.
Whoa. You guys rehearsed that?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
But it will be available at some point.
Yeah. After it's done,
yeah, I mean soon.
probably soon.
Yeah,
Cool.
probably soon.
Is there what are the next steps to get this a series? Do you use that as like a pitch? Do you?
My eyes are. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have a lot of things you could ask me a question and I would make the same face.
Well, like we had the premiere. People came to the premiere that like we want to work with. So it's like
I'll say.
It was a great turnout. You guys rolled in with like
we rolled in with
a big party.
a lot of people, and like look, a couple of the people there, they're like movers and shakers. So it's like show them this. It's like this is what I can do with no budget. Let's party with a budget.
Party
it's just
with
like
a budget.
it's kind of just it's like a little calling card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If someone was like, I'll do it. Let's do it. Let's do like 3 seasons. What is season 1? What era? What story would you tell? Like, where would you start this journey?
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Probably continue with the 90s, right? Like just continue this story and then go.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I would go to the 70s because the 70s is it has that bus crash where the kids like went over the canyon, and like up until 2012, like that bus was still lying in the canyon, you know. So there's a lot of stuff going on there, and it's just close enough to like civil rights movement that the KKK and all that other stuff can be addressed and kind of talked about. So maybe somewhere around there. Yeah. Because I think like season 2 or 3 might be somewhere in the like Native American massacre, like that era. Because then you're going back enough to like feel the grounds, kind of like the energy of the grounds. But and the 70s have like a lot of occult stuff going on, you know.
And then like we'll probably go like the 2000s and just like get all the shitty music.
all the
fashion,
soundtrack.
all the fashion.
Maybe
You got
like-
my humps bumping.
Just like and the movies and the fashion.
Yes.
Have we talked about
My
the fashion?
humps in a fucking horror film would be the best.
Yeah, I mean, it actually would be pretty great to
If you
do
like slowed it down, my lovely lady.
Oh yeah, it's like a
lumps.
spooky
Check 'em
version.
out.
Check them out.
Check them out.
Check 'em out.
Check them out.
Check 'em out.
No, I like that. I like it's like season 1 is like the 70s, that thing. Season 2 maybe is the 90s, but they still you see that bus, it's still there, right?
Yeah.
But then season 3, we go way back.
Oh, we go way back.
Take it way back.
Take a
Yeah.
Because then if you go to the 70s or to the Native American massacre, then you also can go back to the what you were saying, like even deeper of like the grounds, like you know, since Native Americans are so like connected to the earth, like you can pull from that season of like the earth and what was there before, like any of this. What darkness?
That's the deepest dark.
I mean, if
deepest
you do anything on a fucking Indian burial ground, everybody knows that shit's fucking fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Poltergeist, just say Indian burial ground. We know why shit's happening.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sets it up. What was the hardest challenge of shooting it other than time?
The car breaking down.
The car
was like
breaking
tough.
down. Also, like for me, like this was my first narrative because I usually tell stories through like movement and dance and this and that. So that part was really scary to kind of have. But yeah, the car breaking down in the middle of it, trying to figure out how to still make that look like we're moving and going. Because like I think there's a shot where like you see his foot pushing down on the gas. Like car wasn't working at that time. Or when the police officer's like, okay, I'm gonna let you go, and he stands up and like I had him walk away just a little bit because the car couldn't move, so it would stay in the shot if I didn't have him like move. And
So he had to walk backwards?
like no, he had to walk like forward, like as if he was like
And the
checking
camera
something.
would follow him.
And the camera, so
Right.
to get and then we put the sound of a car taking off
Oh yeah.
to make it sound like they left, but we were just trying to figure it out like as it came, which was really cool, you know, like
Just adapting on the fly.
yeah, because they say like I think that's for a director the 2 hardest things is like one, you know, talking to the actor because nobody else can save you in that, you know, like your cinematographer, your production team and all that stuff can help you, but like with talking to the actors they can't. But then the other thing is when changes happen and being able to adjust to those changes like on the fly. And when you have a 12-hour time limit, you know, because you're racing the sun, and then your car breaks down, and you know this happened. And then your actors are getting tired, and like one of my actors, it was like 2 a.m, and he was just like falling asleep, and so I would sing, "Let's get down to business," and he would like feed the Huns, and that's what would bring him back up. So you're just trying to like adjust to all the changing attitudes too, you know, like as they go. Yeah.
I love that early 2000s throwback you just gave me right there. Thank you for that.
Is that where Mulan is from?
Mulan,
I'm not
I
saying
believe
it's all garbage. I'm
Mulan
just saying that
is
there's a
early
lot of
2000s.
garbage.
I think so.
There's
I
a
think
lot.
it was in 90s.
It's late 9.
I don't
we're
know. I
talking like
think
98.
I think it slipped past.
I'm thinking 98 too.
Give it a go.
98.
Oh, we need a go.
What do
Wait,
you
I
think?
did have the Mulan Barbie. When did I get her? Let's see. I'm getting insecure
mean,
now. The more
The year 2000, we're in like 5th grade.
I still played with Barbies in 5th grade.
98. What do you say? Over, under,
I'm
98.
saying 2001.
Wait.
Space Odyssey.
Hunchback of Notre Dame was
Ooh.
after, right? I mean, before.
Before.
Okay, so and Hunchback was probably 96 or 97. And if Mulan was, so then Mulan would have to be after that.
Like
99?
99? You're saying 99?
No,
Over-
I said 2001.
Over under 98.
I mean, over.
You say
Give me this
98.
one. I need you,
I'm 98
Mulan.
strong.
Boy, it's 98. Let's
Oh!
go. Let's go. On
Jeez,
the
okay.
dot.
Okay.
On the
My little
dot.
puny young brain can't even
Yeah.
keep it straight.
I remember movies. Everything goes back to, I think, Forrest Gump and Jurassic Park. I always know that Jurassic Park was in 93.
I think it was 94.
Jurassic Park was 93.
Is it for sure?
1000%.
Let's
I'll
check.
right
Let's
Give
now.
it a
check it out. Google.
Give it a goog.
Goog.
I thought 94 was like Pulp Fiction, Jurassic
93.
Park. Okay, good.
Forrest
Well,
Gump.
good, fine.
Good for you.
Okay, well, good for you. 94 is Forrest Gump. So
Okay.
Yeah, what a great one. Mm.
Look, I'm not
My
saying
dad
all
got
2000s.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I'm being a snot now.
No, I love it. I love it. It's just the fashion was pretty.
No, I know. I feel the same way about the 80s, okay? I know there's some good stuff.
there's better stuff in the 80s, though. 2000s, like, you should know, you should be smart enough. You saw what they did in the 80s, and you're still going to be fucking tacky.
I mean,
But the non
Outcast? You're going to tell me Outcast didn't rule at this time? You're going to tell me
Are you talking
people
about Outkast? You're talking about fucking Andre 3000?
Yeah.
He's not from early 2000s.
but they were
That's
dropping
90
shit.
He's from, no, that motherfucker's from the future. That fuck, like, don't put him in a time period.
That was
I
Andre
like it, like
3000.
literally 3000.
Andre
Yeah.
3000.
He's from
Excuse
3000.
He's
me,
from
excuse
3000.
me.
I mean, Dr.
Outkast.
Dre,
Space Traveler.
Chronic 2001, did that come out in 2001? Right? I mean,
You
that
would
would
think.
be, that's why.
That's when he started doing the Slim Shady shit, right?
Yeah, Slim Shady, that's the early 2000s, isn't it? No, I feel like Eminem came out. when I
Do you
was in,
know
like,
who's
fourth
back?
grade.
Back again? In Sync. Did you? I heard their new song on the radio today.
Oh, I didn't know they had a
right,
new
they did.
song.
A new
I just didn't know
song.
they
They
were
just
doing.
dropped a song.
Shut your
It was the
mouth.
first time I heard it
Google
today.
Yes. What year did the yeahs come out?
Like, when did Fever to Tell come
I think
out?
2008. No,
No.
earlier than.
I feel like 2002 or
2004, 2001.
Because I love me some Karen O.
She's my hero.
Samey.
Yeah. If I could be like any rock star, it would be like Karen O.
Same.
Oh, you guys have found some common
There we
ground.
go. We did it.
2009 Maps, whatever.
Oh, wow, that's
2008.
Fever to Tell?
Yeah,
in 2009.
2008.
Maps.
I think it dropped.
I
Wow.
love it. So good. So good.
Yeah, I love the
just-
yes.
Yeah, we were just driving and he makes fun of me because I always put on the stuff I want to listen to, and it's usually the yes. And garbage. I like garbage
It's,
too.
it's like sad, like girl stuff.
I know. I like my music sad. I was
The
talking.
yeahs or garbage?
Just everything she listens.
I like sad music too. My music has to be a certain degree of angsty.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what I prefer. And so sometimes there's people like Taylor Swift who make good music, but I'm like, it's too peppy.
It's too pet.
I don't like a lot of pep. I
Okay,
like some
maybe we need to
moodiness.
like introduce you to some 80s angst.
Yeah, maybe I just
There you
didn't
go.
like
Like,
what they were
yeah,
putting
like
on
the
the radio all the
Runaways.
time, you know? I know there's more. Just the
There's
tip
gotta
of
be
the
some more.
iceberg.
Have you heard the album Lux Prima by Karen O? It's like Danger Mouse produced it.
I've only heard one song.
Ooh,
Yeah.
The whole
okay,
thing
we've
is
got the album.
bomb.
We'll put
Okay.
that
Yeah,
on
we
for
have it.
next.
I
The little record.
It is
love-
so bomb.
Oh.
It rocks.
so
It rocks.
much.
I get like hyper fixated on it
Yeah.
and just will leave it playing over and over again. Sometimes I don't even flip it. I'm just like the one. I just keep going in
yeah.
and going.
Look at that.
I was
That's awesome.
It just
Karen O
lives
one
there.
year for Halloween.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, like that
That's
was
cool.
yeah.
See, I've never dressed up as her. Maybe if I dressed up as her, I'd like Halloween more.
Maybe
You know?
There you go.
Just
Maybe
dress
you
up as your
haven't-
heroes.
Yeah.
We Spa. We Spa customer.
A We Spa customer is my hero. There's a guy there I look up to. Great.
We
He's
should
amazing.
just dress up as our heroes from now on. Movie heroes. Go.
So, okay.
Mm.
We would.
Captain Hook.
For real.
It's not my hero, but I like pirates.
Okay. And that's the pirate you picked, the most evil one?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Says a lot about you.
Tommy Callahan.
Tom Callahan from Tommy Boy?
Mhm.
Wow.
The
Great.
is that the
No,
dad?
little young Tom. Young
Tommy Boy.
Tommy
Boy.
Oh, Tommy Boy.
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley
in Tommy
in
Boys.
Tommy Boy.
Oh, my
Wow,
boy.
great answer.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Love
Wait,
him.
like, what do you like? What you're?
I'm Roy McElroy from fucking Tin Cup. Kevin
I'm-
Costner.
Always
okay.
tin cup.
The
this
jacket
guy.
works.
Always.
This is Kevin Costner jacket for sure.
And
Oh, yeah, he'd wear
and then
that.
It's weird. He makes like
But then
20
his
baseball movies,
wife
but
took
the
it
one
worse.
movie I like is the fucking golf movie.
Tin Can. I've never even heard of it.
Tin Cup.
Okay. Oh, Tin Cup.
Did you
Clearly
watch
never
him
heard of it.
in Yellowstone?
I didn't.
He's still at it. And I have to say, I'm not really great with names or anybody, but like Taylor Sheridan, I've fucking learned his name because he made Yellowstone and 1884.
Well, they do all the
and
prequel shit. They keep going back in
And are
time.
they all good?
Fantastic. Like
The prequels are good.
The prequels are
I like the prequels
way
better.
The prequels are
Yellowstone-
Like the Harrison Ford stuff.
Yes.
Yes,
That
it
is
is
really good.
so good. Like
I changed my answer to
Yellowstone-
Rufio.
Yellowstone's
Okay.
soapier.
Good.
Yo.
But before we steer too
Wait,
far
what
away,
was yours, Angela?
And then I just like, oh, there you are, Peter. That's what I feel like when I look in the mirror.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there you are. I don't know. Ursula.
ah,
Nice.
love
Ursula.
that.
I would be Ursula.
That'd be fun.
Okay, an evil character.
We just
She
watched
is
Sure, you don't want to
Little
switch
Mermaid
it to
finally.
Sebastian.
She's just like she's my dream role. Like if I could,
It's the power.
it's just also like the voice, and she's so. you
Yeah,
know.
she's sultry.
What did you think of Melissa McCarthy's performance?
I didn't see it.
No, not
no,
yet.
but I did see
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah's
Oh, I haven't
in the
seen
live one,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
The live.
Yeah.
It was,
Pretty great.
that.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
But
all right.
it just needs flair. She needs
Yeah.
pizzazz.
I think you
She's-
should because we were a little underwhelmed with her performance. I would say.
Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah, I'm a fan of hers, but yeah, I didn't think it was like at some
Yeah.
at some points I thought it worked, and others I was.
I mean, this
not
is Ursula.
impressed.
Like this is a pretty iconic
I think she
character.
could've been
Drag
darker.
queen.
Yeah, she
Like- Isn't it based off a drag queen?
yeah.
Give the fucking live role to a drag queen.
There you go.
But
Maybe that's what
also-
it was missing because it did feel stale and like a little underwhelming. It needed more flair. It needed more pizzazz.
Just
Like
also with the way she talks. it's so-
like what's his face? So shiny that performance. It didn't have like that sort of punch from Coco or
Yeah,
Moana?
yeah. From
I know what you're
Moana.
talking
like
about.
that.
Jermaine.
But yeah, that performance was insane.
Yeah.
It had that. It really shined to me. But yeah, Ursula, not so much.
Yeah, she didn't. But the movie was decent. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a kids movie, obviously. And like, but of these
kids movie.
Disney remakes,
like the live action.
yeah, like Aladdin, dog shit. Lion King, dog shit to me. Mulan, pretty good. Little Mermaid,
Actually,
pretty good.
I didn't like Mulan because they gave her superpowers.
Yeah, that's the only
Did
thing
they?
that I
Yeah.
really hated about Mulan. Because Mulan, what makes her so great is that she's not
Superhuman.
special. Yeah, she's just a human.
She's an
just,
average girl, like,
Yeah,
but she
and
has
that
the
just-
power with like the strength of character.
Yeah,
Yes.
within, and then when you add the superpower, it just kind of takes away from like,
Defeats
Oh,
the
didn't even
yeah,
notice.
it defeats the purpose.
Favorite live version of that is Cinderella.
Didn't see it.
There's one part of it. I talked to
Oh
you
my
about
God,
it a lot.
This guy.
Prince Charming is like, she comes down, she's in the big blue dress, and everybody's like stops because the prince stopped, and they're all looking at her. They start dancing, and
This is Brandy.
no,
Cinderella?
this
What is this?
no, this is the newer one.
Okay.
I didn't
But
even
I
know they
do
did
like
one.
that one. My son likes that one the best.
Okay.
The Brandy and Whitney Houston one. But the new one with the girl from
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, she's the blonde girl. She played
Hermione?
Pamela Anderson in the
Oh.
TV show.
Oh no, I was thinking of Beauty and the Beast.
And then the prince is the fucking Rob Stark, the dude that
Hmm.
got killed in the Red Wedding.
Sure.
And-
Whoa, spoiler.
Sorry.
I mean, I never saw Game of Thrones, but
Yeah, he doesn't know the red wedding
oh,
reference.
sorry.
Don't get it.
Yeah.
it's okay.
It's all right. He
I don't
won't
think I'll
go
watch
in.
it.
I tried to get him to start. He wouldn't do it.
Started watching The House of Dragons. Anyway,
You don't have
what's the scene?
She's coming down. Everybody's looking at her. He's here. He stops, and then they meet in the middle and they start dancing. And she's just like kind of like overtaken by everybody looking. And she's like, oh my gosh, like, is it weird that everybody's looking at you? And he's looking like, oh, sweetie, they're not looking at me. And I'm like, that fucking thing when he said that, I'm like, fuck.
That's also he's like in love with what when what's his name looks at the girl walking in.
Oh, Denzel Washington, American Gangster.
Okay.
The song that's playing is "Do You Feel Me" by Anthony Hamilton, and maybe in the movie it's not that, but if you listen to the Anthony Hamilton "Do You Feel Me" music video, they'll show this because it's from the music video, like shows scenes from the movie.
Okay.
She fucking walks in, you know, Miss Puerto Rico
Yeah.
walks in with Joe Louis, the fucking heavyweight champion of the world. And you got this badass. We just saw him kill like 4, 5 people like in broad daylight. He's sitting at his fucking his booth in the place he owns, and he's just transfixed. And I'm like, damn, like that's the one I want to do that stare in a movie. Like just looking at a girl in a movie, like just looking at somebody in a movie like that. Like that's like my favorite fucking acting right there. That Denzel, I think anybody has ever done.
Just like the determination, like you see it all in that look.
It's just like I don't even know if they did like the slow frame rate where it's like it's slowed down a little bit, but like it's so powerful and it's like fucking that's like a man. It's irresistible. That's a man. I'm like I understand why women like men. Because if a man looked at me like that,
You're like,
you know,
my knees are weak.
my knees were weak. I was just like, damn.
You know what? I've never seen that movie. I will have to watch.
Oh, American Gang. It's really good.
Underrated. I think it
got
was
a lot
overrated.
of rated.
It was overrated.
It got a lot of ratings.
It got a rated.
It
No,
got
it
a rated for
was
sure.
rated.
before it came out, it got overrated, and then it kind of got. It was like this is not as good as like Goodfellas, and so then it got. I think it's underrated because it's not talked about as enough.
So it was
I'll go back.
Overhyped,
underrated.
underrated.
Wow.
Okay.
Definitely that.
There it is. It's a good movie. Yeah. I fucking loved it.
You know what dance scene I was just daydreaming about
What?
while you were saying that?
What?
Is in Knight's Tale when they're doing the David Bowie dance.
Yes.
And there's like this, it just doesn't make sense, but it still works so well. I love it.
Night Sale is a perfect movie.
Or favorite scenes.
Right? It's flawless.
It's gorgeous.
It's a fun one.
I love that movie.
I like that girl with the short hair girl in that, right?
She was also
where'd
in
she
that one
go?
like with
I know
Josh.
Rules of
Josh.
40 Days, 40 Nights.
Yes, that
and
one.
she was
I
in
think
Rules
that
of
was,
Attraction too.
Okay, I don't remember
But
that
where'd she
one.
go? She's like such a babe and she's in all these movies. Where'd she go?
She's a 2000s babe, bro.
She's a
She's a
2000s
2000s
babe. Dude, I was talking
Maybe
to
something came out of the 2000s that was good.
my buddy was over here hanging out and his daughter was with him. So I was like shooting the shit with her. And she was like, oh yeah. I was like, what do you do? You know, like, I don't know. I was just talking to her. And she's like, oh, I watch movies. I like watching old movies. And I was like, oh, I like watching old movies too. Like, what kind of movies do you like? She's like, oh yeah, Mean Girls.
Ugh.
I was like, ooh,
Ouch.
that was an old movie.
Feel good. That doesn't feel good.
Yeah. She's like, this other old movie I like, Parent Trap. I was like,
Lindsay Lohan.
she's a
The
big
Lindsay Lohan
fan.
version, though.
The Lindsay Lohan version.
Yeah, not
Not the
Haley
ancient-
Mills.
I never saw that one, by the way. Is
I
it good?
did. I grew up on that.
Is it good?
It's fun. Yeah, I like it better than the Lindsay Lohan.
You had
one.
seen it when the Lindsay one came out?
I'd seen it before the Lindsay Lohan.
See, I didn't know the Lindsay one was a remake for a long time.
From the,
Oh, yeah.
No,
I didn't
like,
know that as a kid either. Yeah.
I grew up watching the Haley Mills one, and then didn't really see the the Lindsay Lohan one till much later.
It's dope. Though.
But I'm old, so
We're old, yo.
we're old.
Kind of like it.
It's fun. Beats the
I'm
alternative.
before the 80s, so.
Pre 80s. Oh, you
So
were born
that-
before the 80s.
I was
That's
born
a-
before the
Like
80s.
right before the 80s.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's why I always joke that nothing good came out of the 80s.
Oh, there you go.
'Cause
I came
say-
out of the 80s.
Yeah.
You came out of the
I
80s,
came
I
out of the
assume?
80s.
Yeah. See, I didn't.
See, I
heard.
prefer the 70s.
70s are
Why we
great.
get along so well.
Yeah, it's. I would always because I would say like John Lennon died in 1980, so like nothing
That was
good.
the beginning of the
that
end.
was the beginning of the end. But there's some good stuff in there. And then there's some good stuff in there.
No,
which is,
definitely.
I mean, all that New York rock, like Interpol, The Strokes, the yeahs.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a really good era for New York. LCD Sound System. Like, this is actually some pretty dope. There was a scene
Yeah.
in New York City at the time.
yeah,
In
yeah.
the 2000s.
And that's all early 2000s shit.
But then some of the other stuff,
I
Some
didn't
of
know
the-
scenes
Rock of
existed in
Love. Do we
2000s.
remember Rock of Love?
Wait, with Michael
Michael.
Sure, I remember that show.
What is it? Brett Michaels.
Brett-
Oh, wow.
Brett
Rock of
Michaels.
Love.
Yeah,
Rock of
right. This
Love.
is like surreal life
And I
era.
Love New York.
Flavor of
I Love
Love.
New York.
That was
Flavor of Love. Does anybody
Yeah.
remember when in Flavor of Love this girl took a shit on the floor?
Oh
No.
In
Forgot
like
that.
I think it's like episode 1 or something like that. Like they're
Episode
all,
1 of season 2.
Is it season 2 or is it season 1? Okay.
It's season 2.
So they're like cheersing and stuff.
I'm actually right.
I believe you. I
And
believe
Flavor of Love, Flava, he sees this girl like kind of disappear for a second, and then he starts smelling something, and it's like she was wearing a skirt and she pooped her pants and it went on the floor. She kind of like tried to pick it up. And then, like, at one point, she ran up the stairs and pooed on the stairs.
Ooh.
And Flavor Flav is trying to look for, like, where this poo is. It's look it up.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
I really want to watch that.
Yeah, you just look up Flavor Flav or,
Poo.
yeah, poo.
Did you ever watch
Just friends.
The Surreal Life?
Yes.
When Vern Troyer was on there?
Yes.
And he like, he's so small, so he would get like so drunk and just like crash his little scooter
Yes.
around. That is good TV.
Was
That's
the
early
Surreal
2000s.
Life before? It was after Celebrity Rehab, right? But didn't it go?
I think Celebrity Rehab came later.
Came later. Oh, I thought like
I think it was like Surreal Life. From Surreal Life, you got Flavor of Love
because Brigitte
him and
Nielsen.
Brigitte,
Yeah.
like everything. Because then they had their own Brigitte and Flavor Flav show. Then after they broke up,
Did
Flavor
they
of Love
meet there
came
or
out.
Celebrity Rehab?
I thought they met on the Surreal Life. Give it a
You might
Goog.
have one of those. Give it a Goog.
I
Okay.
should
You
have
said
my phone.
Surreal
Sorry that I'm
Life?
asking.
No.
I was
having you.
thinking Simple Life with Nicole
Oh,
Richie and Paris
That's a
Hilton.
game changer too.
Yeah.
But
That was
Celeb
some
Rehab,
funny TV too.
yes. Celeb Rehab was like, that was like my Sergeant Pepper. I loved Celeb Rehab. Like when I met
Yes.
Dr. Drew, I think I was like most kind of excited.
Yeah.
About that. Did you bring that up? He probably would hate that, huh?
I don't know. I mean, that's like that's part of why he's so famous. That was like
Yeah.
his biggest show.
Yeah.
But I didn't tell him, no.
No.
I tweeted it once and he liked the tweet. I said fucking Celeb Rehab was my Sergeant Pepper.
Yeah. Was my
Wow.
Sergeant Pepper. Amazing.
You remembered your joke and you're replaying it.
And I'm replaying it. Yeah, I'm trying it
Wow.
out.
Sometimes you
Wow.
got to relive
I got
that.
bits. Sometimes you got bits. You know, you don't got bits?
He's using
no
bits
bits.
on it.
You
I'm
gotta
doing
have
bits.
Everybody's got to have
I
bits.
got that
All
bit.
right. Should we end this with a song? TK, this
Sure.
ukulele's been
Ooh.
sitting here the whole
Yeah, dude.
night.
Yeah. What's up? What's up, world?
Oh, yeah, we didn't
Wait,
even-
should you start with that look? Maybe
That's
give the camera that look you want.
that, yeah.
You know,
And
dress
then-
Also,
for the
we
role
didn't
you
even
want.
talk about all of us getting married.
Oh, yeah.
too.
Married, guys,
we didn't-
congrats.
Yeah,
Do you wanna
right?
serenade us?
Yeah, serenade wedding.
Wait, you should do like an NPR intro as if
Oh.
this you're in the future and this is a song from the past.
Let's see. Now, this next one is from late 2023. It was the best of times. It was the worst times. And then it was the best times again when everybody seemed to be getting hitched. So now we've got an original from TK Ukulele. Take it away.
Wake up. It's time for our day together. You don't have to worry. I already checked the weather. We'll do as we drive away. That's cool. And then we'll head to the motel. And I leave this bed, 'cause tomorrow we'll do it all again. Wake up. Let's go get some margaritas. You can trust El Jefe. All right, I forgot how it goes, but kind of that's how it goes, guys.
That's beautiful.
Thanks, bro.
It's also like talking about when we went to Palm Springs,
Mm-hmm.
and at one point we did edibles
Yeah.
at El Jefe's,
Yeah.
which has amazing
Wake up.
with micheladas.
Let's go get
Amazing.
some margaritas.
And like I remember at one point we were like ordered nachos and we're like, oh my God, like, and we're talking about life and like figuring out all of the world's issues, just like figuring it out. And he's like, we ordered the nachos like an hour ago.
I think I said like 3 hours ago.
Like, yeah. And I'm like, it's been 2 minutes. Like, and then we're like, oh my gosh, everybody knows we're high. Everybody knows now. Everybody knows.
We'll eat chips and get real high. As we gossip and lose track of time, and then we'll head to the. I forget how the chords go, but that's it.
What about the song that I ended up sampling? Do you know it? Because that's gonna drop soon. The Why
Yeah.
Can't We Find Some Common
I
Ground?
don't remember those chords, but
Okay.
man, I love that. I made
Pretty.
a.
Really pretty one.
The chords I do love of it though, because like I did like this guitar shimmer from GarageBand. It's like the crunchiest fucking whatever. What is it called?
Like an effect?
Effect, whatever.
Yeah.
And I just did this with and it's so cool sounding.
Oh, you recorded it. Sick.
Yeah, I'll play it for you one day.
Please.
Really cool.
All right,
So
guys.
wait, yeah, you're
Right.
mixing that song.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have a solo album that I'm gonna mix. I'm actually going to Argentina in like a week to learn how to mix better from my friend who's a mixing engineer.
I love that you go to Argentina like to,
I do go kind of often.
lot.
It's like 4 times a year.
I go more than the average bear. But it's like my buddy there is a great mixing engineer, and I was like, do you know any people in LA I could like shadow because I really want to improve my mixing? And he's like, no, like people don't really do that. He's like, I would do that for you because like I love you, but like other people don't just like do that for people. And I was like, well, maybe I should just go there
Argentina.
and do it there, Argentina. It's gonna pay for itself for like what I pay to mix. I'll like once I mix 5 songs on my own, it paid for itself.
nice.
So anyway, that song is on my solo project, and my solo project artist name. See, I was like,
There we go.
should I be Paul Brisky or should I be something different?
What are you?
Moon Pirate.
Moon
Because you love
pirate.
pirates.
And I love the moon.
And you love the moon.
Moon Pirate.
Moon pirate.
And I love Keith Moon, drummer of The Who.
Okay.
Dope.
Moon Pirate.
Moon.
Moon pirate. Moon
Sailing off.
pirate.
So yeah, Moon Pirate. So the Moon Pirate album, you'll be on the debut album.
That's
featuring
cool.
TK.
Oh.
Dude, we got to do a fucking video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
do a
should.
Video.
We could do a great one. We'll
Yeah.
dress all dope.
Let's
Like
do it.
pirates. Like moon pirates.
We could dress like pirates. We could dress like Leon the Professional. We could do everybody. I would rather not dress like a pirate. I don't
Don't.
want to be too on the nose.
No, you
can't
don't want to
dress
be.
like a
Yeah.
pirate.
Just
No.
dress like the moon.
We could dress like the moon.
Although
Like
if you dress
Smashing
like
Pumpkins
Rufio,
Tonight,
that'd be
Tonight.
dope as fuck.
Oh, see, I could be Rufio,
You could be Rufio.
and you could be Tinkerbell or something.
You could be that.
Be Tinkerbell. I was gonna say I was gonna be
There you are,
Robin
Peter.
Williams because I look like it kind of.
There you are.
Yeah, there we go. We could do like a hook thing. Anyway, Moon Pirate.
Moon
Good
pirate.
stuff
coming.
co-
Watch
good
out.
stuff coming.
Okay. Love you guys. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for doing
thank
the show
you.
again.
This is
Yeah, it's the
best.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and congrats everybody on
Congrats.
Marriage.
Yeah, congrats everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
That's the. I don't think anybody's ever ended a podcast like that. We're married. Yeah.
We did it.
It's